Hi Trisha, this is Grace. I am just making a vlog for you so you can know a little bit about what we have already covered in the art appreciation class. I love talking about it too because I just love art and design and all that kind of thing. Basically, we started with the early Renaissance and what happened in early Italy. Started off with the Scrovini Chapel by Getto di Bodone. I still can't say his name, but that's okay. I know who I'm talking about. Let me find it for you here. It is very pretty. They used lapis lazuli, whoops, going the wrong way, in the ceiling. And is very famous for these over here. Whoops, still learning how to use my camera apparently. Oh, there they are. The different paintings and the different styles there. Very interesting to learn about. Then we talked about Jan van Eyck, who did a painting about, it was actually a legal document, and it looks like a marriage license or something like that. We talked about the symbolism involved. What else? Let's see. Then we moved to the Renaissance. That was the early Renaissance in Italy. We talked about the Medici family, or Medici, I think you could say it both ways, who was responsible for the patronage of the arts. At that time, a lot of artists didn't get paid unless they had someone backing them called a commission. And so they would pay these artists to make, like in the case of the Scrovini Chapel, they would make these beautiful chapels on the family's land, and they would have it there as their own personal piece of art. Later on, when you get into the Renaissance, churches and especially the Catholic Church would commission works such as Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. He did the whole beautiful ceiling. We've talked about that a little bit, but not a lot. We covered his sculptures. One of them is the David, which is a beautiful piece of art, molded out of, well, not molded, but sculpted out of a single piece of marble. Likewise was the Piete, which shows the Virgin Mary holding a just crucified Jesus. Has he just come down from the cross? It's also a beautiful work, and one that I could just stare at for hours. The folds in her clothing, the fabric is just so real to life. He spent hours studying the fabric in real life, and he believed too that each piece of marble already had a sculpture inside. He just had to find out what it was, and he kind of let the marble guide him as to what he would be sculpting, which I think is kind of neat because that's what we do with the students. I don't actually know who that is because we don't have a lot of children here on campus. I should probably find out. Anyway, but each piece of marble, which I think is really interesting because that's how I kind of look at each of you, of my students, because you never know what you're going to find, but each of you has something inside of you that will shine and will come to be if we can only find out what it is. Sometimes it's a song.